everyone, I'm Catherine, and today I'm showing you my travel routine to avoid stress and anxiety while on the road or in a plane or whatever your traveling looks like. These tips will help you to reduce all of the tension and kind of apprehension and fear that you have leading up to traveling and help you get through the day itself. And the main things that I think really characterize my travel routine to avoid travel stress and anxiety are probably making sure that I have things that make me comfortable throughout the entire traveling experience, so I'm not relying on things that I have to pick up while I'm out and about and feeling like I don't have any of my usual comforts with me, but I have things that I can fall back on and rely on. And doing things in advance to avoid panic, clutter, and making sure that the day of is not going to be the most stressful thing that happens on my trip. So one thing that's really important for me is, if it's at all in my power and in my budget, to make sure that I don't travel first thing in the morning or a time that's really inconvenient so that I have to rush and scramble at the last minute. So today I'm going to be leaving the house at about 1 p.m. and that will give me the whole morning to get my stuff together, do my usual morning routine, kind of settle into the day and not feel like I have to panic and go at full force to get out of the house in about 5 minutes. If you can retain any of your normal routines while traveling, whether it's the day of actually traveling or throughout the trip itself, you will feel so much better. I'll be showing you my night before on the road and day of traveling tips, and today is the day. I will be leaving in under 2 hours, but let's rewind to the night before. I like to make sure that I pack ahead of time and pack clothes that I love. So this way I have something to look forward to, and I'm not wearing the same clothes that are going to end up in my suitcase days before I'm going on my trip, so that I get tired of my outfits before I've even started. If you allow yourself to pack clothes that you really love and not just clothes that you think are practical for traveling in, then you're going to feel more relaxed every day of your trip and feel more comfortable leading up to it, because you know that you will have things that you are comforted by and not feel like your traveling is going to be completely foreign to your everyday lifestyle. To reduce morning of stress, always lay out your clothes that you'll be traveling in beforehand. It's best to choose a bulky outfit that would take up extra space in your suitcase so that you have less that you have to pack in there. I've gone for a sweater, a simple t-shirt underneath, jeans which take up a lot of room in the suitcase, thick socks, and a scarf that I really wanted to bring but that's quite big and bulky. So I thought that this would be perfect for wearing on the plane, and it also doubles as a kind of neck pillow because there's so much of it and I can use it in a lot of versatile ways depending on if I'm cold or want to make myself more comfortable in the airport or on the plane. I like to pack my suitcase by using packing cubes. These contain all of my clothes and accessories, and they fit really smoothly into the suitcase, and they keep everything sorted by type. So I have underwear and socks in one, shirts in another, dresses and skirts, sweaters, etc. These help to keep the suitcase very organized and not chaotic. So if you get stressed out about having a lot of stuff in your suitcase that's all over the place and not knowing where everything is and feeling like your whole life is in a bag that's just going to kind of explode on you when you open it up, then keeping things in packing cubes can really help reduce that anxiety. I started filling these packing cubes earlier this week, about 3 or 4 days ago, and this helped me to not stress out about remembering everything at the last minute and took the pressure off for the night before. I put my toiletries bag out in my bathroom days ahead of time and just keep adding things to it in advance of traveling. And one thing that I've learned is that it's really a bad idea to try to just use cheap travel-sized things that you get from the drugstore instead of actually packing your own usual products. So I've made sure to include things that I use regularly or travel-sized versions of them. So I've got some micellar water, face wash, lip balm and exfoliant, and body wash that I can actually stand to use, unlike hotel body wash, and general useful things like a headband for putting my hair back when I'm doing my evening routines, or if I need one when I'm working out, and a travel mirror. And mouthwash is a really important one, especially if you're going on a plane. In your carry-on baggage, or whatever bag you're going to have next to you during your travels, you should bring things that will help soothe your anxiety about whatever's happening on the road or in the air, or if you have airport anxiety, bringing things to distract yourself will be really helpful to staying calm and chill while on the road. I've brought a range of things here, including my planner, which I can also use as a notebook, a lot of books, which are mostly my school reading for the trip, but also some things for fun. And I also like to bring a mini coloring book, which is great if you're trying to de-stress in a place where you don't have a lot of room, such as in a car or in an airplane seat or on the fly in the airport. This is a little guy with lots of different nice abstract and nature-based designs. It's very low stakes and there's no worry about messing up in it. And then I've got some coloring pens here that are mini, so I can slip them into the outer pocket of my bag if I want very easily. All of these things will help me create a little calm and friendly bubble of an environment wherever I am, whether I'm in a busy airport, waiting at a bus station, or on the plane itself. They're super helpful for creating a mindful travel atmosphere, or for distracting myself from what's going on around me if I'm feeling very stressed out by the environment. Keep a list of tasks of things that you need to do the morning of in a place that's going to jump out at you that morning and you won't miss, such as on the door of the fridge. Use this as a brain dump space for you to let go of things that might keep you up at night worrying about, so you have them there first thing in the morning. So I'm flying for my trip, and bringing my own food is very important to my travel routine. I don't want to have to deal with airplane snacks or buying expensive food in the airport, although I would say that if you're traveling and you really need to eat and you're not able to bring your own food, then you should, if you at all are able to, buy something, because it is terrible to be hungry when you're traveling. You will not make good choices. You will be 100% more stressed out than you would be if you had eaten. And it's just a time when you need to really make sure that you're looking after yourself. To avoid all of those problems, I've put together my own no-waste snack kit. So I've got a water bottle that I can fill up in the airport once I get through security, and it'll keep my water cold. I've also got my reusable coffee cup and stainless steel straws. If you aren't on board using these, they are the best, and you should get some on Amazon. They're amazing and really easy to clean, and I bring a couple of them for my trip to make sure that I have one handy for myself and my friends. Always bring a reusable fork. I got this for something like 99 cents at REI, and I use it every week. Then I've got easy snacks that are in lightweight containers that I can use again throughout the trip and won't take up much room in my backpack. So I've got some popcorn and a more substantial chickpea dish for the plane ride itself. And then I've got a trusty protein bar. Never travel without some form of protein bar, in my opinion, because that will save you in a pinch. With all of these things, I can avoid how much waste I produce, which will, for me, reduce my own anxiety and stress about the imprint of my traveling so much. I like to have my reusable things on hand and things that are easy to wash and just grab and go wherever I am or whatever my plan is for every day of my trip. Okay, so it's about 45 minutes before I need to leave, and I've got all of my luggage lined up here, ready to go. I've got a couple last minute things, my passport, my boarding pass, and apparently you can print out baggage tickets now and put them in a little thing on your suitcase, so I'm gonna try that for the first time. What a time to be alive. And of course, my book for on the plane, because I always like to read something that's fun and not work related when I'm actually flying. And then If I come up with anything else at the last minute that needs to fit into my backpack, my carry-on, or my main suitcase, then it's all here lined up and I've got time to do that. And now I'm just going to have lunch. Don't forget to eat. Eating is important when traveling. It reduces all of those tense hypoglycemic feelings.